mage from the college, right?
Quicksilver Mine is the best mine in Dawnstar, and you can tell those Ironbreaker miners I said so. If you don't mind digging, I own the Quicksilver Mine. It's a better life than working in that damned Ironbreaker mine with all those milk drinkers.
Who runs Dawnstar?
That would be Scald the Elder. He's been running Dawnstar ever since he was a boy. And he never lost that brat's attitude. Turned on the Empire first chance he got. Now we're all part of this rebellion.
Wonderful.
I mine. Work the smelter. Ain't much else to tell.
Alright, let's have a look in the mine. Maybe we can mine some quicksilver and turn it into ore. Into ingots.
Here to mine? Quicksilver ore is rare, worth digging.
There we go.
Used to be twice as many miners working here before all this trouble started.
Plenty of iron to dig.
No, I'm not here for iron, I'm here for quicksilver. Let's go. Ooh, we got a flawless ruby out of this, nice. Alright.
Hey, you mix potions, right?
Quicksilver Mine is the best mine in Dawnstar, and you can tell those Ironbreaker miners I said so.
I mine. Work the smelter. Ain't much else to tell.
Let's see. Can make some gold ingots and some quicksilver ingots.
Mining all my life. Quicksilver is as much my home as anywhere.
If it's about the mine, I'm all ears.
Alright. Let's see who else we can talk to.
Hail Summoner. Conjure me up a warm bed, would you?
Everyone thinks I'm too young to be a ship's captain, but I'm going to prove them wrong.
You're the ship captain?
By inheritance, as my men are fond of saying. Can't blame them. My mother ran the Sea Squall as strictly as she ran the house. I've been trying to find new areas of business, trying to win the sailors' respect, but I keep having problems. Take the last trade we did. Some fine-cut void salts from the College of Winterhold. Plenty of coin if you know who to sell it to.
What happened to the salts?
Sailors are what happened to them. They got drunk and ended up losing the merchandise in some cave. If you're not afraid of a little exploring, I'll pay good gold to get those salts. I'd better get going.
I could run this ship better than that boy who calls himself a captain. Maybe one day I'll do something about it.
So we already got a mutiny coming.
Once Satan gets in your blood, it don't get out.
Jesus
Heard about
Christ.
you and your honeyed words.
Alright, we already talked to those guys. Who are you? Mutiny already on the table, yeah.
Need something?
Oh, right, you're the miner, dude. Oh, we have a cauldron. Let's go. The mortar and
The
pestle.
mortar and pestle makes potions, if you can't tell from the name. Just step up to the counter. The mortar and pestle has cures for every illness, from ataxia to whitbane.
Have you been in Dawnstar long?
I'm the oldest woman in Dawnstar. Was here when Skald the Elder was Skald the Younger. He's a fool if you haven't met him already. Thinks Ulfric Stormcloak is invincible and spits dragon fire.
Oh dear.
The people here look to Brina Marilis when they need things settled. Real firebrand going up. Wasn't surprised when she joined the Legion.
How did you pick up the herb trade?
My husband. We used to go out into the wilds and collect ingredients together. He used to call me his pretty juniper.
Aw.
It's quite romantic, if you're an alchemist. Frost took the old fool a few seasons back while he was looking for the ring of pure mixtures. I found the ring's resting place after he died, but I'm far too old to go exploring some cave now.
I'll get it for you.
Well, aren't you sweet? I'd be happy to give you some alchemy training in exchange for the ring if you bring it to me.
I'll take it.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
Okay, potions. Let's go. We are going to sell you this illusion potion, which we do not need. And a whole lot of these.
If you find that ring, bring it here.
Gotta clear out that inventory.
My miners are as dumb as rocks are gray.
Well, who's in charge around here?
That would be Jarl Skald the Elder. He's over in the White Hall, probably talking about Ulfric like he's the second coming of Talos.
I look forward to meeting this guy. What do you do in Dawnstar?
I own Ironbreaker Mine. We make twice as much coin as those horkers over in Quicksilver Mine. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I pay a good wage for any iron ore you dig up, if you're looking for work. Now, if you'll excuse me.
So we've got a little rivalry going on here.
Want this, Silas?
Why should I hide from it? This is my family's legacy.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
The museum is opening.
I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum.
Who's Silas? What's this museum?
Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history. Several of his ancestors belonged to the Mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involvement was only found out well after the crisis had died down, but it still ruined their reputation. They were outcasts. And now Silas is back, and this museum to the Mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided.
The Mythic Dawn. Who are they?
Not a student of history, I see. It's for the best. They're a group that should be forgotten. The only thing you need to know is that they almost destroyed the world, and they were stopped a long time ago.
I feel like this is probably a reference to a previous Elder Scrolls game that I didn't play.
That museum is a mistake.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend.
What was that argument about?
Never mind that. Medina is a good woman, but I have my own reasons for opening this museum, and I'm not changing my mind. I have a collection of artifacts from the group that toppled an empire. Their importance to history cannot be forgotten. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
Sounds good.
Let's talk inside. Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when... The tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts, where members of the Mythic Dawn would meet and plot. The cult's group... That burned paper is all that remains of the fabled Mysterium Xarxes, the blasphemous book written by Mehrunes Dagon himself. It's said that Mankar Cameron used the book to open a portal to a paradise, where all his followers would live forever. The commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Cameron. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died, that they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side. Ah, yes, that scabbard. Notice the insignia? An Oblivion Gate, a key symbol of Mehrunes Dagon, the patron Daedra of the Mythic Dawn.
Anybody who has the word Dagon in his name is kind of suspect, to be honest.
Did you have any questions about the museum? Or would you rather talk business?
Why did you open this museum?
It's no secret that my family were once members of the Mythic Dawn. One of my forefathers was even chosen to assassinate Uriel Septim himself. We hid from our past for years, became tradesmen, people of coin and influence. But I realized that the Mythic Dawn's importance, our importance, to history cannot be denied. I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for good or ill.
Okay. A courier gave me this pamphlet.
And here you are. I hope you found the museum to your liking.
So what is this Mythic Dawn cult?
They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change. The Mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion Crisis, when the Daedra invaded Tamriel.
Yikes.
All that remains of the infamous cult, I've gathered in my museum.
Who is Mehrunes Dagon?
Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord of Change, Destruction, and Ambition. Dagon's Mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim dynasty and opened the Oblivion Gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis.
Let's talk about this job you want
A
done.
little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim.
You want me to get those fragments?
At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders, and the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked.
I want to know more about the Razor. Also, I hope Jorgen isn't the guy who got killed last time we had a dragon attack Morthal.
The razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change and carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the Righteous, the Kingslayer? The Mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection.
If it's a Daedric artifact,
Fragments.
then it probably also is incredibly powerful. And should not be in the hands of somebody who is proud that his ancestors tried to destroy the continent, honestly. That does not sound like a good idea. Okay, now where's this other mine that she mentioned?
Is that fur coming out of your ears?
The Jarl and I have our disagreements. Sorry if you had to overhear one of them.
Did I see you arguing with someone?
Skald supports Ulfric's rebellion, and he doesn't like having a couple of old legionnaires living in his town. He's a fool. A dragon has attacked Helgen. Dawnstar needs the Empire now more than ever.
I was looking for a drink or some work.
Drowning your troubles in mead? A lot of folks are doing that these days. You'll want the Wind Peak Inn. As for work, you could try to catch Skald in a good mood, but your best bet would be working in the mines. They're on opposite ends of town. Stay out of trouble now.
My duty is to guard Brina Meredith.
Alright. Where is this other mine? Over there? Yeah, I think that's it.
What business do college mages have in a place like Sartan?
Just one of the miners. I don't want
It's a place for not dead, not your weird.
I'm no one special. Just a miner who swings a pickaxe for his drinking money.
Ironbreaker Mine is 3 times the worth of that Quicksilver Mine, and its fathead owner.
Alright, let's go get some iron. We can turn that into gold and smith some stuff. Damn, we're getting a lot of flawless gems. First we got a flawless ruby, now we get a flawless amethyst. Nice. Anything back here? Yes, no, maybe. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here to dig, that's all.
She reacts completely nonchalantly to somebody just dropping out of the ceiling.
Need something?
Wow. Okay. It's like somebody just dropped out of the sky right in front of you and you're just like, need to dig?
Good afternoon.
I think we already went this way, right? Yeah. And a flawless sapphire. My god, we're getting so many flawless gems today. Nice. How are we looking in terms of ore? Silver ore. Oh god, we have so much iron ore left. Holy shit. Yeah, let's wait until we have recharged.